Good evening, folks. This is the night of the exam. You all just left a little bit ago, and I've started grading them, but I'm not done yet. And I can already tell which question is going to be the toughest one. It's this last one about efficiency. So I thought I would go ahead and make a video real quick about it to help you out with that one. So there were 3 different versions of the exam, so the numbers that you had might be slightly different than the ones that you're going to see here. In this version of it, there was 10,000 miles in the car. It got 20 miles per gallon, and the engine had an efficiency of 15%, and the mechanical was 70%. So we want to figure out what's the combined efficiency of the car. Well, you get to do combined efficiency, you multiply the part efficiencies together. So 0.15 times 0.70 is the 2 parts of the efficiency. That gives you a combined efficiency. Go back to my calculator of 0.15 times 0.7 is 10.5%. So for that particular set of numbers in this version of the exam, you get 10.5% for the combined efficiency of the car. I'll just put that in here, 10.5% equals 0.15 times 0.7. Okay. Next part. If it costs $3.50 per gallon, how much does it cost to get gas for the entire year worth of driving? Okay. Well, there's 10,000 miles, 20 miles per gallon, and $3.50 per gallon. Go back over to the whiteboard. Put all those numbers together. So we've got 10,000 miles in a year times 20 miles per gallon. So 20 miles goes on the bottom, 1 gallon of gas goes on the top. That's going to make the miles, and the miles cancel out, times $3.50 for each 1 gallon of gas. So the gallons and the gallons will cancel out, and the units that's left will be dollars per year. So basically, I am dividing by 20 and then multiplying by 350. So 10,000 divided by 20 times 350. Go back to the calculator, and I want 10,000 divided by 20. That's 500 gallons of gas times $3.50. So $1,750. 1750. Go back over here, write down $1,750. Okay, so far so good. Most of you got that part. Now we get to the hard one. If you could improve the mechanical efficiency to 75%, how much money would you save on gas in a year? Okay, so now instead of taking the 15% times 0.7, we do 15% times 0.75. So let's figure that out. Scroll that up. 0.15 times 0.75 is the new efficiency of the car. So that is 0.15 times 0.75 is 11.25%, equals 11.25%. Okay. So we have 11.25%. So far, so good. Most of you got that part. Now we have the hard part. How much money would you save on gas in a year? So we have to figure out, given that when it was 10.5%, we spent $1,750. What's it going to be if the efficiency goes up to 11.25%? So how can we think about this? So let me go back over to the whiteboard. So 10.5% gave me 20 miles per gallon. miles per gallon. And how much is 11.25% going to give me? So that's really, once we already know how to use the number of miles per gallon to get how much it's going to cost. So with this new efficiency, the question is, what's the new miles per gallon? And then I'll recalculate the cost. So obviously, if the efficiency goes up, I'm going to get more miles for each gallon. How many more? It's a little bit unclear how to deal with that. So what I want to do is I'm going to ask a related question. What if the efficiency was 100%? How many miles per gallon would I get? To do that, I'm going to do a proportion and say 10.5% of something, the ideal miles per gallon, the best MPG equals 20. That's really what that 10.5% efficiency is telling me. I'm only getting 10.5% of what I should be getting, and that will give me 20. So if I set that up, 10% of the best miles per gallon gives me 20. That means the best miles per gallon possible is 20 over 0.105. That's what I would get if I had 100% efficiency. So let me put that into the calculator. Let's see. So 20 divided by 0.105 is 190.48. 190.48 miles per gallon equals 190.48 miles per gallon. That's how many miles I would get on a gallon of gas if it had 100% efficiency. That's basically telling you how much energy there is in gas. If you could perfectly convert all of that gas into moving the car, it'd go 190 miles. Okay. So now I'm actually only getting 11.25% of that. So I'm now going to say I want to do 11.25% of 190. So let me move this other board on here. 11.25% of, what was it? 190.48. 190.48 miles per gallon is, okay, I need the calculator for that. So I do 0.1125 times 190.48, and I get 21.43, I'm rounding a little bit, miles per gallon with this new, slightly more efficient vehicle. Okay, so then I'm going to now recalculate how much it costs to run the car using that efficiency. And you can still see up here the original calculation is 10,000 miles at 20 miles per gallon times 350. So now I'm going to do 10,000 miles divided by 21.43 miles per gallon. So it's now 466 gallons of gas instead of 500, times $3.50 for each one. That's $16.33. Okay, I'm just going to round off those pennies there. So now go back to the whiteboard. $1,633, where the original was $17.50. 1750, which means I'm saving $117. So that's how much you save if you improve the efficiency by that much. Let me know if you have any questions about that. That was definitely a hard question to set up and think about.